In the 24-hour period between 4 hours on 30/11/2022 and 4 hours on 1/12/2022, very high volumes of rain were once again observed in Greater Florianopolis. Meters from the National Center for Natural Disaster Monitoring and Warning, Cemadon, registered 279.6 mm in São Pedro de Alcântara, 255.7 mm in São José, 231.4 mm in Palhoca, 192 mm in Major Jercino, 188.8 mm in São João Batista, 186 mm in Garuva, 183.7 mm on Florianopolis, 179.8 mm on Antonio Carlos. Measurements by Epigris Serum, the Meteorological and Environmental Monitoring Agency of the Government of Santa Catarina, recorded 329 4 mm in Santo Amaro de Imperatriz and 195.8 mm in Rancho Queimato. Greater Florianopolis region and the entire coast of Santa Catarina will still receive rain this Thursday. Field of instability is weakening tomorrow. The warning applies to 107 cities across the coast of Santa Catarina, Serra Santa Catarina Metropolitan, Curitiba PR, and northeast of Rio Grande do Sul. In Parana and Guaratuba, rescue teams are working to find those missing after a landslide that buried 16 vehicles on Branch 376. The highway was blocked indefinitely. One of the most affected cities in Santa Catarina is São João Batista, SC, 78 kilometers from Florianopolis, which was submerged following the flooding of the Tijucas River 9 meters above normal parameters. There are records of houses where only the roof is sticking out of the water. The city has had 403 millimeters of rain since last weekend. Residents' rescue must be carried out with the help of boats and helicopters. Some have to swim to the plane to be rescued. The city of 38,500 people had to turn to neighboring town halls for help accepting homeless people. In Santo Amaro de Imperatriz, SC, and Palhoca, in the Florianopolis metropolitan area, rescue teams also had to act to help people stranded in their homes. In Palhoca, water stranded cars in the parking lot and invaded the ground floor of the Villa Catarina shopping center in the Pagani neighborhood. The venture closed its doors temporarily but suffered no damage. Large volumes of rain are widespread in the state. In Greater Florianopolis, there has been more than 645 mm of accumulated rain since the weekend. In Joinville metropolis in the northeastern region, more than 450 mm. At Tubarão to the south, they reached over 280 mm. According to the Metzel Meteorological Agency, the high volume of rain in the region occurs due to a combination of hot and humid air that supports the occurrence of heavy rains with high volumes in a short time. The forecast for Santa Catarina is less rain over the next few hours, but new showers are expected as early as next week in some of the most affected areas, such as Greater Florianopolis and in the Joinville region. In the next 10 days, most of the state could accumulate rain approaching or above 100 mm according to the institute. The rain also caused discomfort on the Santa Catarina highway. BR 101 is blocked due to a landslide in Morro dos Cavalos in Palhoca, SC. According to the Santa Catarina Federal Highway Police, in addition to BR 101, there are restrictions due to landslides on BR 282, between Aguas Mornas SC and Rancho Queimato SC, and on Santo Amaro de Imperatriz SC, and on BR 280 in Serra de Carupa. Highways BR 116 and BR 470 were not blocked, but according to the PRF there was heavy traffic jam. The state government asked that residents remain vigilant and avoid travel, especially to flood-hit cities, such as São João Batista and Santo Amaro de Imperatriz. A man died after being electrocuted while trying to cross a flooded area in Palhoca in Greater Florianopolis and trying to hold on to power lines. The accident occurred on the morning of this Thursday 1 and was confirmed on a note by City Hall. Foreign SCTV witnesses reported that the victim was cycling on Rua Machado de Assis and, realizing the depth of the floods, tried to cling to the railing by the road. Powerless, according to residents, he touched the cable. The identity of the victim has not been released. G1SC attempted to contact the Palhoca Fire Department, but received no response until the last update on this matter. According to the municipality, in a note released at 10:45 am this Thursday, almost all neighborhoods were affected by the rain. More than 850 people were rescued in risk areas, with 634 people going to shelters set up by City Hall, and at least 220 people going to the homes of friends and relatives. Almost all neighborhoods in Palhoca were affected. The municipality noted that in the last 4 days the volume of rain was 389 millimeters, almost 4 times the usual volume for the whole month, the text emphasized.
Olha só, a ponte, arrancando a ponte todinha. Olha só a loucura. Destruiu.